Yo, what's going on, guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Rise, and in this one we're back with another one of those kind of weekly roundups of some of the recent clips, and there's a couple of things that I really want to focus on today. The first one is a look at how Rondine functions in the village. She of course is the trader from a foreign land with her sort of fancy looking pirate ship, and we also got a super quick snippet at potentially couple of other maps just in the background of some Palico customization. So let's go over this because this is pretty cool stuff. So if you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think of these. But let's begin with Rondine. This is a clip that dropped the other day on Capcom's Twitter account, both the UK and the Japanese one. We of course know Rondine is, they spoke about it in the dev diary. She comes from a foreign land. She is basically our trader. It's really cool when you kind of like look at all the sort of stuff she's got around. She's got plenty of different goods there. She's got this fully loaded looking pirate ship. And obviously her outfit is very different to everybody else in Komura Village as well. But when you speak to her, first things first, she functions in a very similar manner to the Argosy, or at least she has, that functionality to her. So obviously if you want to go and collect different parts, or of course have them, retrieve parts, then this is one of her functions. Now, of course, you can see here that there are 3 different things. It says submarine locked. So of course, to begin with, you have the first one, and once you select it, you then go off and you choose whether you want to send off a Palico or a Palamute. So again, as we saw recently, you can hire multiple different buddies. So of course, you're going to want to do that because doing so will of course let you, invest in not only send the Palicos out for the, the regular kind of adventures and whatnot, but you could also use them for the Argosy. You hire one of these, you select your different items. Of course, standardly, we've got the typical icons for things like seeds, things like mushrooms and bugs, and, that kind of stuff. So nothing that sort of jumps out there initially. But once you've done that, you then send your Palico off in what is incredibly cool. This is basically a gobble submarine. I absolutely love this. Capcom, if you don't make this into a model, I will be incredibly sad. However, following on from there, once you've sent them out, this basically brings up a bargaining skill sort of page, and of course this will influence the items that you return. So you have your casual bargaining, your speedy bargaining. It says here that your buddy will bargain at an easygoing, leisurely pace. Number of items obtained increases slightly, usable at level 5 or higher. So obviously you're going to want to level up your buddies to get more out of this system. Now you can of course see on the next page, we get to sort of see the menu here. You can see that the first page, you can order items as we just saw. You then have the option to exchange for items. Now this is where I kind of spoke in a previous video where I was sort of saying, I really hope this does kind of bring back some of the sort of YCM functionality from For Ultimate, where you can sort of trade for monster parts. It's hard to say right now because of course we can't see all the menus. When they go to trade goods, we're just looking at bog standard random materials, nothing sort of, monster part related. But they did focus specifically in this situation on the trade goods section. You do of course have special goods and rare finds, so quite what is in those 2 menus will of course remain to be seen. I'm not getting my hopes up just yet. I'm not assuming this is going to be, part trading, but she does of course have some other things you can trade for, so I'm excited to see exactly what those will be. Either way, that is Rondine's initial functionality, but I just love that Palico submarine. That is very, very cool. Then more recently, there was a new clip on sort of Palico customization. Now this stuff we've largely speaking seen before. There's nothing really too new here, but what I do want to draw your attention to is the very end. Once you've sort of customized your Palico, you can sort of see this. We also saw this, previously for Hunter customization as well. You can change the lighting and the sort of backdrop to sort of see how your character, how your buddy and your Hunter and your Palamute will look in different lighting situations. And in this one specifically, they quickly pan through various different environments, but if you freeze frame, you can of course see that the first one, pretty familiar. This is Komura Village. We know this location already. We then have a couple of shots from the Shrine Ruins. Of course, we recognize this area here with the sort of bamboo trees that sort of create that walking archway. We also see the next one, which is that sort of familiar section. In fact, that was one of the original concept arts with that sort of bridge over the sort of small lake or small river in the background. But it then jumps over to a desert looking area. Now, obviously, keep in mind, some of these maps have been refined. This could be another portion of an existing map, but honestly, if you take a look at Monster Hunter history, desert maps, volcano maps, snowy tundras, they are all kind of staples that just tend to appear in every single game. So it's hardly wild to imagine, it's hardly surprising to imagine that a desert may well be a thing, or may well be one of the maps they have yet to reveal. But it also then pans over very quickly to a volcanic area as well. Obviously we can't see too much, it is a blurred background, it is just a standard screenshot, so to speak. But if you cast your mind back to when we sort of first saw the spider looking monster that they haven't sort of shown gameplay of just yet, it did appear to be in a very sort of dark volcanic looking area. So this I'd be willing to bet is effectively confirmation that we of course have a desert and a volcanic region. Again, until Capcom of course reveal them officially, we won't know for certain. We know from things like World that of course, the volcanic area was actually presented in a different way through something like the Elder's Recess, sort of volcano meets like crystalline structures. So things might not be as sort of black and white as they used to be, but regardless, we have seen 2 different backdrops that have not currently been shown in trailers, which again, going by Monster Hunter, probably fair to assume desert and volcano. So that's a couple of cool things. Just thought I would highlight that just in case you guys missed it. But for the time being, that is pretty much it. That's your little sort of Monster Hunter roundup. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, of course, be sure to keep it locked. We are getting incredibly close to launch now. We are closing in on that month away. I feel like Capcom has to drop a brand new trailer at some point this month. And then, of course, the launch trailer next month. So I am eagerly anticipating. I'm sitting there refreshing their Twitter feed, waiting for that new info. So if you don't want to miss anything in the future, of course, keep it locked. But for the time being, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you want to catch more from us at Arekkz Gaming, don't forget you can catch the guys 269, Paradise Central and Investmore streaming over on Twitch weekdays, playing a variety of games. If you guys want to jump in, tune in, watch and even join in, then make sure you check them out. The links to those are in the description box down below, and of course you can join the Discord to get involved in all of the discussions.